Hi all, welcome back. So it turns out that one of the most popular videos on this channel so far was the Everything's Broken on Sally Jane video, where I went through all the bits that I was fixing, upgrading, whatever, and everything that didn't work properly. So I thought, since we're on a new boat now, we'd have a quick look and do the same on Wild Rose. So obviously I'm sat here at the outside. Actually on the outside there's very little to do, so I'll go through it quickly and I'll explain what my plans are to fix them. So I'll start on this bathing platform, and I don't know how well you can see it, but the teak is missing some of the rubber, and the teak is very much inset quite a long way from the caulking. You might be able to see it better on here, maybe. And it's old age, it's worn out, it's been in lots of sun, it's been scrubbed a lot, it's been cleaned a lot, and it's worn out. Now, I can't really sand it back to repair it because obviously we've lost the cork, and there's not actually much wood left. It must have been sanded back at least a few times in it previously. So I may have to replace the teak on these little pads, those end caps, and this bathing platform, just because of how it is. The other thing on here is the light up sign. I mean, it's been fitted, but it's not been fitted amazingly well. It's basically been stuck on with a couple of sticky pads, and then someone's had a go at sticking it on with some silicone and made a mess, and yeah, so that's got to come off and be restuck and repaired as well. So that's my two main jobs outside. Canopies need a damn good clean because they're going a bit green, they're a bit stretched, but we're fine apart from that. I need to stick a bit of non-slip just on this little bit here. The rest of it's fine, but just this kind of bottom end bit needs doing. Aside from that, everything else outside works, all the lights and everything. As we come into a cockpit, there's more little bits. So it's missing a manual bilge pump handle, which should be two, and the thing is bust. So I need to get a couple of new clips and a new handle. Again, the teak in here is very worn. The wood itself is very raised, as you can feel, and it's sank down from the cork. But there's a lot more wood left on here, and as you see through, at some point the cork has melted. That's what this is. This is melted cork. So I think that the inside teak will recover with just a really good sand back. So that's going to be my first stage. I'm going to get a sander and give it all a good sanding. The next thing that is busted is all of these latches. Now, as on Sally Jane, they're all going to be replaced. I bought some new shiny chrome ones, but this one, for example, is completely broke. So it doesn't even stay in its hole properly. You actually have to turn the entire fitting. And the other ones, this is knackered and bust. So yeah, I've got 3 new ones for those 2 cupboards and for the fridge over there. So that's going to be done. So the old owner had put these plugs over there. Now these are just standard in household internal, and there's one under there as well, just here. They're just standard, non-waterproof, non-IP sealed, household, domestic 13 amp sockets, which is great. Unfortunately, this is a boat. What happens when you take the canopies off and the roof's open? Everything gets wet. So obviously if you're out at anchor and it's raining or we're running and we want to put the generator on, if they get water in, can short out. And that one in particular in there is inside the lifeboat bay, if that's a life raft bay. So really that is stopping me from putting the life raft in, so it needs moving. So all that needs doing. The next thing up here is these lovely little low level lights that you see that everyone likes. That one's on. They are very simple. They're not hardwired. They're just stuck on with a sticky pad. They're like Lidl or Aldi stick-on coloured lights, and you have to push each one manually. There is a remote control, but you have to point at each one manually and zap it before it works. So yeah, so all of those need taking out, and they're going to get hardwired properly. I'll buy some proper hardwired flush mount ones. Going around with gel coat on here. there's a few areas like this here where we've got like this bit here where you've got little spiders in the gel coat. There's more of them than there was on Sally Jane, but not too many that we can't handle it. So yeah, a few of those need fixing. The next big one is this back table. So you can see it's got this little drinks table on, if you like, but there's 2 holes. So what there should be is there should be a second leg that goes in there, and there should be a triangular table that goes there, and that lives up in that there. Now I'm assuming there's no second leg and that table has long since vanished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and grab a second leg for starters, and then I'm either going to try and buy, if I can find one, or make a table to replace that. So we've got that. I suppose the last thing up here that bugs me, a few last things actually, I suppose, that the driver's cockpit here is this doesn't work. This is from an old stereo, it doesn't exist anymore. So I bought a scan strut charger for the phone that I'm going to fit there. We've got manual trim tabs. Obviously on Sally Jane I fitted automatics. I love them. I'm going to do the same here, but I'm just leaving it manual for a little while so I can familiar myself with how the boat handles before I go fully automatic. My compass cover is missing screws to hold it together, so I've got to find a matching screw to fit in there. All the Carling switches are lost, so that's wipers left and right, bilge blowers, anchor up and down. Literally no idea what that one is. It's got no picture on it. That's enable trim tabs, and that's horn, and that's bilge light alarm, but all those Carling switches need replacing. We've lost the waterproof covers off the little alarm buzzers on that side. There's one on here, but it is missing on the other side, so I need to find a new one of those. The steering wheel, nothing wrong with it apart from it's a little bit scratched where someone's, you know, had a ring probably, but I don't actually like this style of steering wheel at all, so I bought the same one that is on Sally Jane, and we'll be fitting that. Not today, but it will be getting fitted. Apart from that, the only other upgrades are it's got a separate standalone AIS, and actually what I want to do is I want to put a black box AIS in. So rather than having it standalone, because that's hooked to a network to the plotter anyway, so we get AIS targets on here, so we don't need that there. So I want to put, I've got a little 7-inch Raymarine screen in there, so I'm going to put that in there, take that out and put a black box AIS. I'm going to upgrade the radio to the latest version. Yeah, so that's about it up here. If we go down, there's a few other bits, so I'll just get down there and then we'll go through. One more thing I've remembered is that in true Volvo fashion, the screens on the hour meters on the rev counters don't work, so I've got replacement screens. I've just got to take them off now and fix them. I've also got new bulbs because, again, in true Volvo style, the lights are so dim that you know you couldn't see them in the dark. So I've got full LED replacement sets, the same as I did for Sally Jane. The only problem is that this metal surround that's been fitted doesn't actually come off easily. So what I'm hoping is that we can go under here, and I'm hoping we can take that panel off, and that gives me full access to the back of all the instrumentation up there. So that's my hope. The fancy LED strips that you see on the video are all up there are actually not very good. This one only powers off the stereo. The stereo is just a standard car stereo. It will be getting replaced with the Fusion one that's on the NEMA network, and I've got new LED lights going all the way around there and also underneath as well. So that's all going to be lit up, and that's going to run off 12 volt. The LED lights that are under there at the moment just run off a USB plug dangling down in the corner. Again, we'll hardwire that to 12 volts. Since the control panel's there, why the hell we didn't do that is beyond me. So I'll do that, and we'll have 2 sets of LEDs with an actual proper remote control to control them. This is the, well, when this boat was new, this would have been a TV. And as you can see, I stuck a coffee maker in there, and there's the windlass controller, but there's actually the 2 power sockets down there, and there is a TV aerial here as well. Anyway, but there's no light in there, so I'm just going to put some of the LED strip that I'm going to carry on up here, I'm going to put in there as well, and maybe tap the feed off the back of there somewhere. So all that will be lit up as well. Some of these door catchers are, some work, it's fine, some don't. Some, like the one back here, these are lacking the surround. So if you look, normally there's a coppery kind of brass surround, it's lacking it and it's loose, so I need to find either a whole replacement assembly or just the replacement surround. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. And like this one, if you lock it, it doesn't, again it's missing the surround, but this one, if you lock that one, it never unlocks, it sticks itself. So that needs a full strip down and a full strip down, re-grease and clean. Apart from that, yeah, the bathroom is not too bad. We've got a few holes and dirty marks and stuff around where it just needs a really damn good clean because it's not really been gone over. But again, this is a TV aerial socket from where the old TV aerial would have been. Now it's a bit corroded, but we've got 240, we've got TV. So what I might do is get a TV up there. I'm not sure yet. There's a few areas of a headlining where the headlining has come down. Obviously it's 20 years old, the foam is rotting away, so I bought some spray adhesive, so I just need to spray that, push it up and then push it in there with like a screwdriver. And again, it's the same here, look, it's all sagging down and coming down, so I've just got to do some tidying up on the 20-year-old headlining. It's not major, I mean it should be better considering that everything else has been done. That should have been done, but it wasn't. Now the last thing in this aft cabin, ow, shit, head. So the last thing in this aft cabin is this panel here. So it's hanging down, if you can see at the back, and actually it just pulls off with a bit of Velcro. And all it is that the way the panel is against the hole, this side has a very thin bit of wood, so this Velcro hasn't been able to grip, and so it pulls the entire Velcro, both sides of it, off. It's not just, you know, the other bit, it pulls both sides of Velcro. So I bought some new Velcro. I'm going to take all the Velcro off there, and redo that whole thing, and that'll fix that issue. Again, up near the lights, it's all filthy, mucky handprints and everything, so it just needs a damn good clean. There is, let me come through. There is a little bit of damage here on the kind of the feature rail or panel rail, whatever it is you call it, but yeah, I don't know how I'm going to tidy that up, but it needs a little bit of tidy up. So yeah, so that's the aft cabin, and then as we come up to the front cabin, again, all these little things need, you know, actually fixing up, because there you go, that one's stuck in, look. You have to pull it before it comes out, so yeah, we just need greasing, we're just mucky. But apart from that, the only real thing in here is this surround. So just the surround kind of here is sagging down a little bit. I hope you can see that from there. So yeah, I just need to take that entire surround down with this entire panel, take it down, straighten it up, square it up, and it looks like it's been held with silicone. So I just need to do that. And yeah, so nothing major, certainly not at the moment. Most of it is just tweaking up old age things and giving it a damn good clean. So yeah, apart from that, that's a very quick run through what's wrong with Wild Rose, and yeah, take care everyone. I'll catch up with you next time, and stay safe, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.